Okay, it's 12:30. So welcome back, everybody, to the final session and the video screening. I hope you had a good break. And in this final session, we're going to screen 5 videos made by the national groups of students who participated in TUNE this semester. After the students were in the intensive week in Rauland in February, they were given an assignment. So I'll just briefly tell you what the assignment was so you have some context for the videos. The assignment was to create an online web resource on the topic of living music traditions related to the arrival of spring. So all the student groups were working on this topic. And the online web resource, the intention is for it to be posted on the TUNE project website as an open resource for anyone who wants to learn more about the topic. I thought I could really briefly show you the TUNE website if you haven't seen it before. Here. So here's the TUNE website, and as you can see, we have pages for each of the participating countries with more information about the traditional music cultures in each country. And it's under development, so this is a work in progress. But the intention with this assignment that the students were given is that we'll make a page within the national page for each country that's focused on this topic of the assignment, living music traditions related to spring. And those will be posted shortly. We just received the videos last week, so we'll be making pages on the website. But if we go, you can explore the pages by visiting the website. So the students were asked to create a video about 4 to 8 minutes long that includes a performance of music related to the assignment theme. And it was very open. And the video could include interviews or filming a living tradition. So it was left up to the students to decide how to create the video. And they were also asked to create a short text for the website, for the web page, and to submit some photos. So what we're going to see now is only the videos, and these are videos that'll be integrated into the website, the web page on the topic. So I think we'll just go ahead and screen the video, and it'll be all 5 of the videos created by the students, all edited together in one long video. So Benjamin.
Swing culture and swinging has a magical meaning. There is a belief that swinging in springtime facilitates the growing of crops and good health of cattle and people. Swinging also symbolizes fertility. People of all ages have been swinging and being part of the swinging tradition, and in the 20th century it was still customary for young people of marriageable age to get together on the village swing. The fertility rituals include singing games and dances in farmyards or barns, swinging or similar activities. The location of the swing is also significant. The swings were built on public land of the village, to the border of the village, fields and forests, and often on higher ground. The young men's roles were to make the swings and swing the girls. The girls came to the swing dressed up, brought gifts to the swing masters and sang. Most important gifts were eggs, which could symbolize the circle of life and mark the new beginning of time in both people's lives and in nature. Mittens, socks and different ribbons were also brought to the swing. Singing is an important part of the swinging tradition. Swinging songs are a special part of Estonian runo songs, for the specific singing techniques like using strong chest voice, adding extra syllables, melismas and curls. Important part of singing swinging songs is following the movements of the swing and its tempo. The lyrics of these songs are rich with poetics. There are considerable differences between Northern Estonian and Southern Estonian swinging traditions. The differences are reflected in the swinging time period, swing size, and songs sung on a swing. In Northern Estonia, the swinging tradition was stronger, and this can also be seen in the collective number of recorded Northern Estonian swinging songs. Northern swings were larger and more complex in construction, and therefore the song was also slower and had longer phrases. In many Southern Estonian songs, there is an added chorus, kiigele, kiigele. Their swings were smaller, typically fitting 1 to 4 people at a time. Southern swinging songs are sung faster to match the tempo of the smaller swing. Like in usual runo singing tradition, the swinging songs were also sung by a lead singer and a choir. Swings were built of spruce or birch. When the swinging period ended, they were stored in a dry place, like a barn, and waited to be put up again next year. There have been various types of swings in Estonia, such as seesaws, swings of rope and wood, rotating swings, hammocks, rocking chairs, and so on. Swinging has historically been a springtime tradition, starting right after Easter. In the last few centuries, it started to shift. Swinging was still an important part of celebration and the social aspect of young people's lives, but the time period, or when you went to the swing, didn't matter that much anymore. In 19th century, people went swinging during holidays and weekends, on Thursday, Saturday and Sunday evenings, during the so-called half-holidays and rest days. People put on their best clothes and usual jewelry because it was still important to look good on the swing. For young people, it was still a place to meet your future husband or wife. Besides swinging and singing, various games, singing games, round games, dances, and also mutual communication belong to the swing culture. Nowadays, there are still types of swings in many villages and places all over Estonia, and new ones are being built in addition too. But now they stay in one place the whole year, waiting for somebody to come and have fun. And people still do.
Antigamente os baios realizábanse utilizando materiais de aproveitamento. Facíase unha estructura, aquí en Pontevedra sempre era unha estructura de forma cónica, pero se facían con canas, bimbios e para darlle sostén utilizábanse os aros de barril. Normalmente os baios antigamente facíano os rapaces dunha rúa, dun barrio, buscaban flores, ervas propias da zona. Vestían esa estructura cónica e utilizaban o maio para ir polas rúas o día 1 de maio para que a xente lles dese agasallos, moedas, cartos ou algún doce. Utilizábano para conseguir algunha prebenda en ese percorrer das rúas. Os nenos ían con esa estructura, levaban a estructura e cantaban coplas ao redor da estructura diante da porta de quen fose. Esas coplas sempre eran coplas de crítica de cada momento. O que ocurrira aquel ano ou naquela época, pois se facían coplas cantando eso. Cada ano eran coplas diferentes. Isto na zona de Pontevedra. Na actualidade, isto de ir polas rúas xa hai moito tempo que se perdeu. Hoxe en día, os maios realízanse ou ben nos colexios como un proxecto educativo para darlle coñecer aos nenos dos centros educativos as tradicións, ou, senón, nun concurso oficial que hai na Praza da Ferrería no Concello de Pontevedra, onde aí se presentan todos os colexios, asociacións ou grupos de barrio que queiran concursar, que queiran facer o maio. Hoxe en día a estrutura xa non é tan tradicional como antes, porque hai outra evolución, entonces hoxe en día xa os bimbios xa están perdidos, úsase aramio, úsase ferro, úsase outros materiais que son máis resistentes para darlle máis consistencia á estructura. Pero sí, a maneira de vestir a estructura, coas plantas e as flores, sigue sendo as mesmas. Aquí en Pontevedra a forma é sempre a mesma. É o maio figurativo que lle chaman, o maio figurado, é forma cónica. É esa forma cónica que leva un remate arriba que suele ser identificativo de cada maio, de cada asociación ou de cada colexio. Ese remate non cambia, pero sí cambia outra estrutura que vai independente ao maio que se chama a coroa. Fais unha estrutura de ferro con formas diferentes cada ano que se cubre de flores. Así que en Pontevedra é o maio cónico e a coroa. E as coplas tamén siguen variando de ano en ano. Hoxe en día, para poder presentarse a un concurso na ferrería, tens que facer coplas. As primeiras teñen que ser de presentación do maio, falando de que chega a primavera, de que é unha festa de exaltación da vegetación de primavera, do bo tempo, presentando ese maio. Logo coplas de crítica dos acontecementos vividos ao longo dese ano, que normalmente son críticas desde o máis próximo, do barrio, do lugar, do concello, ata o internacional, e logo unhas coplas de despedida. E son coplas sempre de 4 versos en que riman os pares, rima asoante ou consoante, da igual. Eso en Pontevedra. En outras zonas son coplas diferentes e a melodía en Pontevedra é sempre a mesma.
Verdes castañas, los Nå det våren, nå det gama. Nå gjelder gauken i li og dala. Nå det våren, nå det sol. Ja, nå det gamma og liv i nord. Og så vena I våren, og jeg minnes lenge. Søjose smil heve galli fengi. Me låg I graset og truskapsvår, og det var I våren og en gang I fjor. Jeg gjeng så trygg I den gamle gard. Jeg fren fra bortfarne frendo kan jeg kjenne. Men enda vinner I gamle tun, når det våre sol I året renne.
Je pense que demain ça ira pas si bien.
Les réveillés, that we can translate by the waking up, is an old Catholic tradition taking place during the time of Easter that is found in the French countryside, more precisely in its central region called Massif Central. People from the same village usually move from house to house at night time, singing and playing music in order to get some eggs and even coins. This quest is realized in order to make a big omelette at the end of the night to celebrate the resurrection of Christ. However, there is more to this practice than just its religious background, since the celebration is tightly linked to popular tradition. It allows people to maintain feelings of belonging to their community and nourish their culture. Therefore, the main function of this tradition seems to be the creation of a common space and time for people to gather and share a meaningful moment all together at this important time of the year, at the arrival of spring.
Réveillez-vous tous les endormis, songez à l'autre monde. Réveillez-vous tous les endormis, songez à l'autre monde. Réveillez-vous, songez à l'avenir. Souvenez-vous qu'un jour faudra mourir. vous songez à l'avenir. Souvenez-vous qu'un jour faudra mourir. Les étoiles du firmament, le soleil et la lune. Les étoiles du firmament, le soleil et la lune s'éclairciront, la terre en tremblera. De tous ces feux, la mer en brûlera. S'éclairciront, la terre en tremblera. De tous ces feux, la mer en brûlera. À que vous diombe la virfeit, à que la pénitentio. À que vous diombe la virfeit, à que la pénitentio. Faisons-la doucement, si lentement, pour éloigner ces malheureux tourments. Faisons-la doucement, si lentement, pour éloigner ces malheureux tourments. Caca-cacaillou!
Réveillez-vous, fidèles, voici le temps que Dieu reprend ses grâces sur ses enfants. Faisons donc pénitence de nos péchés, apaisons par nos larmes ce Dieu
Ένα έθιμο που αφορά, όπως είπαμε, τα ιδιαίτερα χαρακτηριστικά, τα θρακιώτικα, τους θρακιώτες πρόσφυγες, που με αφορμή το έθιμο συναντιούνται και ουσιαστικά συμπροσεύχονται χορεύοντας και τραγουδώντας και τιμώντας τον μπροστά και Άγιό τους. Αφορά τους Αθανάριδες όλο τον χρόνο. Οι μεγαλύτερες όμως γιορτές τους είναι του Αγίου Κωνσταντίνου και της Αγίας Ελένης, ένα τριήμερο πανηγύρι, του Αγίου Παντελεήμωνα, της Παναγίας, αλλά και του Αγίου Αθανασίου κατά τη διάρκεια του χειμώνα, το χειμωνιάτικο λεγόμενο έθιμο. Όταν είχα ρωτήσει μικρός τη γιαγιά μου, γιατί η γιαγιά το κάνατε αυτό, μου είπε σε άπτεστα φραγκιώτικα, μπρε, για να φύγουν τα βάρη, για να φύγουν όλα αυτά που έχει στην ψυχή του καθένα. Η ενεργεία αυτή τη στιγμή στο Λαγκαδά είναι γύρω στους 30. Παραμονή της εορτής. Φτάνουν από τα σπίτια των ασθενάρων οι εικόνοι, οι χάρες, μαζί με τα μαντήλια και κάθε εικόνα συνοδεύεται από κάποια κόκκινα μαντήλια, που σε αυτά τα μαντήλια και στα εικονίσματα πάνω υπάρχουν κάποια τάματα. Όταν έρθει η ώρα, σηκώνονται όλα αυτά τα εικονίσματα μαζί με τα μαντήλια, μαζί με το θυμιατό, μαζί με τα όργανα, μαζί με λαμπάδες, μαζί με μια κανάτα με νερό για να πίνουν στον δρόμο. Η ιστορία, το πώς σημαίνει υπερπαρξία, μεγάλο ερώτημα, μεγάλη απορία και για μένα τον ίδιο, που είναι γύρω στα 40 χρόνια αναστενάρης. Δεν ξέρω να σας απαντήσω. Ξέρω τι συμβαίνει, ξέρω ότι συμβαίνει και μετά φεύγουν τα βάρη, τα πέρα, και νιώθεις καλύτερα. Ένα από τα πιο σημαντικά για μένα, από τις πιο σημαντικές στιγμές είναι το όταν, αφού τελειώσει και η πυρογασία, συντρως και συμπίνεις τα ίδια φαγητά, το ίδιο ποτό, με όλη την ομάδα. Δεν είναι δηλαδή ένα πανηγύρι από τα συνηθισμένα, που τρως σουλάκια και πίνεις ρετσίνα και λες τι καλά περνάμε. Έχει και άλλα πράγματα. Έχει άλλη διάσταση. Και αυτό βέβαια το κάνει και ξεχωριστό και μοναδικό.
Γεια σας, ονομάζομαι Τσακυρίδης Σταύρος, με καταγωγή από την Καβίλη Εύρου. Είμαι φοιτητής του Τμήματος Μουσικών Σπουδών στην Μάλτα και το τραγούδι που θα σας παρουσιάσουμε, ο Κωνσταντίνος ο Μικρός, είναι ένα τραγούδι το οποίο το πρωτοάκουσα στο έθιμο των Αναστεναρίων στη Μαυρολεύκη Δράμα. Στο συγκεκριμένο έθιμο η θρακιώτικη λύρα έχει κυρίαρχο ρόλο μαζί με τον ταούλι και είναι ένα έθιμο το οποίο με δημιουργεί διάφορα συναισθήματα, ακούγοντας τη λύρα και τον ταούλι, βλέποντας τους παππούδες να πατάνε τα κάρβουνα, να χορεύουν. Στο συγκεκριμένο έθιμο έπαιξα για πρώτη φορά σε μικρή ηλικία, γύρω στα 15 χρονών, και από την πρώτη στιγμή ήταν ένα έθιμο το οποίο με τράβηξε και μου δημιουργούσε δημιουργούσε συναισθήματα τα οποία πήραζαν από μέσα μου χωρίς να έχω καταγωγή από το συγκεκριμένο χωριό το οποίο κατάγεται το συγκεκριμένο έργο.
Okay. Thank you. A big thank you to all the students who created really interesting material here. I think I hope that it's been a really good learning process for you, and I think it's it's a really valuable resource that you've created that we can use outside the project as well. So really big thank you. Now we have about 25 minutes left, and we don't need to use all the time, but there is some open time now for anybody who wants to ask questions, make comments. So the floor is open, and I know that Stefan has agreed to say some closing words as well. So first we can see if there's any questions, and yeah, questions or comments. I can say that the students met 2 times online after the intensive week in Rauland to discuss this assignment. And the first time they met was quite soon after the intensive week. And they were discussing their first ideas about what themes they're going to address in the video. And they were just, beginning in the process. And the second meeting, they met in groups mixed groups, so one student from each institution, had small group discussions, and sort of the intention was that they'd come a little bit further in their work with preparing the material and had a little bit more thoughts about the theme that they were working on, and that they could kind of have a comparative discussion about these different examples of living music traditions in springtime. So it was, yeah, that was sort of the theme for the online work for this semester. And next semester, we'll see how we plan it. We've been organizing for this semester. We've had a small group of teachers one from each institution that proposed the assignment activity and the online activities and the schedule. And I think we'll see if we repeat the same structure for next semester. And next semester will be going to the intensive week in Vigo in October. So we are very much looking forward to that. Yes. Well, I don't see any questions coming or comments, but Stefan, maybe oh, sorry, Jose Luis.
Sorry, sorry. Good morning, everyone. I'm just having an important call in my telephone, but I only you all are about to receive a message tomorrow regarding technical questions that I might need for the intensive week in Vigo. Yes, I wanted just to say you and thank you for this wonderful day that I was really enjoying this virtual multiplier event. Fantastic. Thank you so much. And you all are welcome. I expect all of you here.
We're looking forward to it very much. Thank you. Well, Stefan, maybe I can give the word to you if you have any final comments from today.
Yeah, first of all, I have to say, I mean, I was really impressed by this webinar today, and big thanks, and I very much appreciate it to all those who contributed, students, teachers, the entire group, but first of all to you, Laura, for bringing this all together. I think it was really a valuable morning, so to say. And I just wanted to remind you 4 points. I have to say, I mean, I only unfortunately could step in half an hour or 40 minutes later today, but as I followed a part of the meetings and gatherings and of Tune, I'm quite updated. And I want to come back to 2 points that have been mentioned today, and then maybe 2 other things I would remind with regard to folk and threat in higher music education and maybe AEC's role. First of all, it has been mentioned in the panel discussion earlier, the extreme diversity and the multilingualism of threat and folk, and the videos of the students have in a very impressive way witnessed exactly that moment. And I think that's something we should keep in mind, that there are many languages, and just to bring them in touch with each other is alone and big value. I would also stress that these in the panel discussion there have been the need of creation or establishment of hubs and platforms that allow to continue, so to say, this great work that has been done or is still be done in the Tune project in terms of strengthening cross-border collaboration is a need, and I think we should keep that in mind. That could be done in different ways by applying for follow-up projects, for similar projects with new partners. If there's an inspiration for others, it would be great as well. But also, I think that has been mentioned to create a platform, a long-standing one, so to say, under the umbrella maybe of the AEC, is something that I think has been strengthened by your great work and the great presentation today. If it's about higher music education institution, I have to say we should also keep in mind that the whole area, the conservatoires, higher music education institutions, whatever they are named, they learned a lot and they benefited a lot from bringing in jazz and pop into their portfolio of their study that have originally only been focusing on classical music. And I'm very confident that they can even learn more from bringing in folk and rap music. And I just to mention only 2 topics. The one that was also something which was quite clear today, is about what oral learning and teaching, what handing on traditions orally is not only something which is, so to say, limited to the field of folk and rap, but I'm convinced that something which could also inspire other genres, and not to forget about the diversity, and then we can come back to the multilingualism. So I think there are in both ways big assets that could be that the folk and trad scene, so to say, could learn from the other genres, could learn from the higher education institutions, but the other way around, at least in the same degree. Last but not least, let me point to a topic that has been raised earlier also in the panel discussion, I have to say, and that I had the pleasure to share, which is folk and trad music is living, it is further developing, it is communicated, it is disseminated, it reaches out to a broader public outside institutions mainly, not on outside music schools, outside maybe often traditional cultural institutions, also outside the higher music education institutions and organizations. And I think also outside the organizations we are representing as AEC. And I see this as a strength rather than a weakness. A strength we can only benefit from if we acknowledge that and if we respect this. And this brings me a little bit to the future. I think we have to keep in mind that we are now talking about the YouTube generation. We will in 10 years talk about the AI generation, or the ChatGPT or whatever it will be generation. So to say, the context in which we will learn and teach and in which traditions are passed on will completely change. And also that is both an opportunity to further develop on the one hand, to adapt to these new, and I'm not at all concerned about, that there's folk and traditional music is threatened. Rather the other way around. I think there are new opportunities coming up to share this wonderful knowledge that I could experience today. Thank you very much for all of them who contributed.
Thank you very much, Stefan. Really appreciate you being here and sharing your thoughts. I'll ask one last, well, actually first, before I say final words, maybe we can all take a screenshot if you can turn on your cameras so we can post it on our social media pages. I think some of the students have left, but there's still some here. If you can turn on your cameras, those who are still here. Okay, we'll go for it. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Great. Thank you so much. So, then I want to thank everyone for being with us today at this online event. And I hope that it's given those of you who are new to the Tune project some insights into the outcomes of the project so far. And I also hope that we can take with us some of the important insights that we heard during both of the panel discussions in the second session. It was really wonderful to hear the students reflecting about their personal experiences of participating in Tune, and to hear about the impact and the significance of this direct interpersonal and musical interaction in the context of the intensive weeks, especially. And it was really valuable to hear the insights from the teacher panel about the added value of international mobility and collaboration. So I want to thank all of the panelists and the panel hosts and the presenters, everyone who presented today, as well as the students who created the videos that we were so lucky to see. And those will be, as I said, posted on the Tune website shortly. So you'll be able to watch them again anytime. Yeah, and also I want to thank all the students who've participated in the project so far. I think we've had around 25 to 35 students participating each semester, and some have participated more than once. So, but it's really a big group up to now. And of course, to all of the Tune colleagues, the Tune Consortium, all of your hard work, and to everybody who's participated in the event today. And I want to remind you also, if you are new to Tune, that you can learn more about the project on the website. And we also have Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, so you can find us there as well. And if you're interested and you want more information, you can reach out to me directly. You can find my contact information. My email is on the Tune website. Yeah. So I think then we can say goodbye for now. And I'm looking forward to seeing many of you in Vigo in October. So thank you again, everybody, for a really nice time today. Okay, goodbye and have a good weekend and happy spring.
Hi, Laura. Are you still there?
I'm still here.
Hi. Oh, I was so sorry I couldn't join before. Well, I heard the last minutes of the student panel.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Actually, yeah. I was walking through the city to the train station.
Ah.
But,